Imagine an island shrouded in mystery. This is North Sentinel Island, a place virtually untouched by the modern world. Located in the Bay of Bengal, it is part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, a territory of India. North Sentinel is small, barely larger than Manhattan. Coral reefs surround the island, creating a natural barrier to approach. These reefs, treacherous and unpredictable, have kept outsiders at bay for centuries. They protect the island and its inhabitants, but they also isolate them. The island itself is a tapestry of green. Dense rainforest covers most of its interior. Along the coast, sandy beaches give way to rocky shores. The forests provide food and materials for the island's inhabitants. The sea, teeming with life, offers another source of sustenance. This is the home of the Sentinelese, one of the world's last uncontacted tribes. Their isolation is deliberate. They have chosen to remain apart, resisting all attempts at contact. The Sentinelese are a living link to humanity's past. Their ancestors arrived on these shores thousands of years ago. They are believed to be descendants of ancient migrants from Africa. These early humans journeyed across land bridges and waterways, eventually reaching the Andaman Islands. Genetic studies suggest they have lived in isolation for 60,000 years or more. Their language is distinct, unlike any other on Earth. It offers a glimpse into the linguistic diversity of our planet's distant past. Over millennia, the Sentinelese adapted to their island home. They learned to navigate the reefs and fish in its waters. They hunted in the forests and gathered plants for food and medicine. Their culture, shaped by the island's rhythms, is unique. Their beliefs, rituals, and social structures remain largely unknown. The Sentinelese are a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The Sentinelese are hunter-gatherers. Their survival depends on their intimate knowledge of the island's resources. The men hunt wild pigs using bows and arrows crafted with skill. They fish in the surrounding waters, employing spears and dugout canoes. The women gather fruits, roots, and honey from the forest. Their diet, though limited, provides the sustenance they need. Their tools, though simple, are effective. They fashion shelters from leaves and branches, providing protection from the elements. Fire, carefully guarded, provides warmth and allows them to cook their food. Their lives are intertwined with nature. They possess a deep understanding of the island's delicate balance. The Sentinelese are not relics of the past. They are a vibrant people living in the present. Their way of life, though different, is a testament to human adaptability. The Sentinelese have a long history of resisting outsiders. Early encounters were often met with hostility. British colonial records are filled with accounts of failed attempts at contact. The Sentinelese would fire arrows and hurl spears at approaching ships. This fierce resistance is understandable. They had no immunity to the diseases carried by outsiders. Contact could have been devastating. In the 20th century, the Indian government adopted a policy of minimal intervention. They recognized the Sentinelese's right to remain isolated. Occasional attempts were made to establish friendly contact, but these were met with mixed success. The Sentinelese, it seemed, preferred to be left alone. Their message was clear: stay away. The Sentinelese live in a world increasingly encroached upon by modernity. Their island, though remote, is not immune to the pressures of the outside world. Fishing boats, sometimes straying into their waters, pose a threat. Disease, carried by outsiders, remains a constant danger. The Sentinelese are particularly vulnerable as they have had little exposure to common illnesses. Climate change, too, poses a risk. Rising sea levels threaten their island home. Changes in weather patterns could disrupt their food sources. The Sentinelese, though resilient, are facing unprecedented challenges. Their future, once secure in their isolation, is now uncertain. The year 2004 brought a stark reminder of the Sentinelese's vulnerability. A massive tsunami, triggered by an earthquake, swept across the Indian Ocean. The Andaman Islands were devastated. North Sentinel Island, too, was hit by the waves. For a time, it was feared that the Sentinelese had perished. But days later, an Indian Coast Guard helicopter spotted them. They were alive, having survived the disaster using their traditional knowledge. The Sentinelese, it seemed, had weathered the storm. However, their resilience was tested again in 2018. John Allen Chow, an American missionary, illegally landed on the island. He hoped to convert the Sentinelese to Christianity. His attempt ended in tragedy. He was killed by the islanders, a stark reminder of the dangers of contact. The Indian government, in the aftermath of Chow's death, reaffirmed its commitment to protecting the Sentinelese. A strict no-go zone surrounds the island. Fishing and travel near North Sentinel are prohibited. The Sentinelese for now are left in peace. Their isolation, once a curiosity, is now seen as crucial to their survival. The Sentinelese, though isolated, are not forgotten. Anthropologists and researchers study them from afar. They use satellite imagery and aerial photographs to learn about their movements and way of life. The goal is to understand, not to interfere. The Sentinelese are a reminder that some cultures thrive on their own terms. The Sentinelese are not the only uncontacted tribe in the world. In the Amazon rainforest, in the depths of New Guinea, small groups of people live in voluntary isolation. They have chosen to remain apart, their cultures and languages unknown to the outside world. These tribes are a testament to the diversity of human experience. Their existence raises profound questions about our own relationship with the natural world. It challenges our assumptions about progress and development. It reminds us that there are other ways of being, other ways of seeing the world. The Sentinelese, in their isolation, hold up a mirror to humanity. The future of the Sentinelese, like that of all uncontacted tribes, is uncertain. Disease, climate change, and encroachment from the outside world all pose threats. Their best hope for survival lies in continued isolation. The world must respect their right to remain apart. Their story is a reminder of the importance of cultural diversity. It is a call to protect the world's remaining indigenous cultures. The Sentinelese, in their silence, speak volumes. They remind us that there are still places on Earth where the human spirit remains untouched, where the rhythms of nature still hold sway. Theirs is a story of resilience, of survival, and of the enduring power of the human spirit. It is a story that deserves to be heard.